Good morning, I'm Angelo Castro III.
I'm Angela and we are the Castros.
And good morning to all our loyal viewers. Thank you for joining us once again on a Brunch Wednesday morning. And we're joined today by...
Second Mile Coffee.
Oo.
Yan yung coffee nila.
Ito.
And they've given us a new...
Ano ba to? Eclair ba to?
Treat.
Parang eclair, vanilla...
Hindi ko pa alam eh. Check ka natin.
Vanilla...
Kinamoy.
Natural.
Cream puff din siya.
Pero...
Na vanilla. Instead of chocolate. Yung usual chocolate na
Yes.
covered cream
Interesting.
puff. Ito.
Sige, kain ka. Sige. Okay, habang kumakain si
Cream puff din siya.
Angel, we're serving you news in a countdown. All that before your second cup of coffee. This is Brunch. Starting our countdown is some sizzling volleyball action at the UAAP. National University aims to make history today at the Game 2 of the men's and women's finals. The NU Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs are targeting to claim the championship today against University of Santo Tomas. If NU wins Game 2 of the best-of-3 final series, they are the first school in the league to claim double volleyball championships in the same year since Ateneo in season 77. Not only that, excuse me, it would also be the first time for NU to win both titles in a single season. Catch Game 2 of men's finals at 2 p.m. and the women's finals at 4 p.m. on One Sports.
Abangan nila yan dahil...
First time since 1977 na mananalo ng both men's and women's. If it happens, well, that's interesting to see. A lot at stake. Season, yun nga.
77. So, history in the making kung sakasakali.
Oo. Malabo lang yung voice ko kasi hindi mo na ako kumain.
Oo nga. But let's continue our countdown. Ranking 9th in our countdown is bad news for Meralco customers. Power rates will increase this month. With this, consumers are trying to find ways to save money amid the extreme heat. Shaila Francisco with a report.
Anador's family used to only turn on the aircon at their home when they're about to sleep at night. But because of the extreme heat, they now turn it on from noontime onwards. Electric fans are also turned on to cool the house even more. Anna explains the heat has taken its toll on her kids. To try to cut consumption, the family bought a new inverter aircon and some clip-on fans, especially as their Meralco bill has doubled.
Di baling magbayad na lang tayo ng mataas na bill kesa sa ospital hassle. Ang problem ko, pag ganyan na tag-init, nagkakaroon ako ng mga bungang araw pero malala.
Power rates typically climb during the dry season due to higher demand. In fact, for this month, Meralco has announced an upward rate adjustment of 46 centavos per kilowatt hour. That's equivalent to a 92 to 231 peso increase in consumers' bills, depending on consumption. Meralco attributes this to higher generation charges or the cost of producing electricity. Back in April, the demand for electricity climbed to over 2,000 megawatts. Power supply is thin, causing the Luzon grid to suffer 3 yellow alerts and 5 red alerts in the month of April.
Kinailangan namin kumuha ng mas marami sa merkado. As you know, the supply situation in April was challenged. It only goes to show us that consumers opt to utilize cooling devices, lalo na itong mga air conditioning units, itong nagdaang April supply month. 1,000 air conditioning units sold per day.
Meralco says power rates could increase again next month if demand continues to climb. Meralco believes, though, that power rates could be eased through the Energy Regulatory Commission's order last month for the power spot market in Luzon and Visayas to suspend operations whenever these grids are placed under red alert. Shaila Francisco, VR 1 News.
Tipid-tipid na after mega aircon.
Oo nga. Kasi, di ba, kahapon nga nakita ko sa mga social media nakalagay. Oh, na-receive nyo ba? Naka-receive na ba lahat ng kanilang mga electric bill? Electricity bill,
Ang daming memes naglalabasan tungkol sa mga bill.
Oo, kasi ito yung panahon, ito kasi yung cut-off di ba? Ngayon lalabas talaga yung kinonsumo nila nung nakaraang
May isang meme nakakatawa. Pagbukas niya ng bill niya ng Meralco, lumabas si Gollum.
Bakit? Hindi ko gets.
Si Gollum. May
Kaya
precious.
Nga, may precious. Okay.
Ay, nako.
Pero yun nga, kaya may nabasa din akong balita, di ba? Sinabi din sa mga reports na 1,000 aircon units a day.
A day.
Ang nabibenta.
1,000 to 1,500 a day.
Oo.
At kung nakita mo yung video, di ba, kahit wala kang butas sa pader, pinatong lang sa table. Basta isaksak lang, basta may kabit lang yung aircon.
Exactly. Pero yan di ba? Buti, dun sa mga nakakabili ng aircon, may pambili sila. Paano yung mga wala talagang pambili ng aircon Punta na lang sila sa mall or kahit anong mga paraan
Di ba
para sila ay makapagpalamig.
Sabi nga ni ate, kahit umutang siya at mahirapan siya magbayad, okay lang. Kaysa ma-hospital.
Oo, better than di ba?
Oo, totoo yan. Totoo din naman yan.
Pero ano ba? Tuloy-tuloy ba na ba yung mga pag-ulan natin?
Sa segue ka na.
Oo.
Alright. Game. Let's move on to the next. On our top 8, malapit nang magtag-ulan. The Philippines is now transitioning towards rainy season according to Pag-asa. This means rain showers and thunderstorms are expected to become frequent in the coming days. Several areas, including Metro Manila, have started to experience rains. The onset of the rainy season usually takes place by the end of May or early weeks of June.
Now let's get updates on our weather.
Pag-asa weather forecaster Veronica Torres is now on the line. Magandang umaga, Veronica.
Magandang umaga din po sa inyo, pati na rin po sa ating mga taga-sabaybay sa One News.
Veronica, may mga lugar pa ba tayong makakaranas ng dangerous heat index?
Ako, sa mga area na nakakaranas ng danger level na heat index, may mga areas pa rin po sa atin na nakakaranas pa rin po. So, dito yan sa for today sa forecast natin ay sa Metro Manila, meron din sa Region 1 sa may Ilocos Norte. So, Ilocos Sur, Ilocos Norte, Pangasinan, La Union, may mga nasa danger na heat index tayo. And then sa Cagayan, also sa may Isabela, sa may Benguet, sa may Subic Bay, sa may Olongapo, sa may Cavite, Batangas, and then sa may Quezon, sa may Mindoro, Palawan, and dito sa may Camarines Norte, sa may Albay, Catanduanes, Masbate, Sorsogon, and then dito rin sa may Camarines Sur, sa may Capi, sa may Iloilo rin po.
Anong mga range ng temperature yon?
So kapag nasa may danger po yung heat index, nasa may 42 to 51 degrees Celsius.
Yes, Veronica, kasi it's been raining this past few days. Anong system ito nagkakos ng mga ulan sa iba't ibang bahagi ng bansa natin?
Opo, ito ay dulot ng mga localized thunderstorms. And also, dahil din easterlies mostly nakaka-apekto, so may kadalasan talaga yung mga localized thunderstorms din po natin.
Oo, Veronica, usually kasi sabi nga din sa report kanina, nagsisimula ng mga mag-ulan, mga end of May or early weeks of June. Pero ngayon pa lang, first week pa lang ng May, medyo nag-uulan na. Kailan ba talaga ang official start ng rainy season this time?
Opo, yung usually, either bandang katapusan ng May or second half ng May o kaya first half ng June. So, itong mga pag-ulan na to, indication to na posibleng papalapit na nga tayo sa tag-ulan po. Pero, i-assess pa rin ito ng mga kasamahan nating climatologists.
Yes, Veronica, since nag-approach na rin tayo ng mid-May, may maasahan na ba tayong bagyo na papasok dito sa area of responsibility natin?
Base din po sa assessment, nung ating climate forum, posible ngayong may isa o dalawang bagyo based sa historical record natin. Pero ngayon naman, wala pa rin tayong namomonitor, low pressure area man or bagyo sa loob or malapit sa ating PAR.
Pero yun nga, gaano ba kalaki yung chance, yung probability na makaranas tayo ng La Nina at kailan ito?
Opo, sa La Nina naman po, base din sa nung latest nating climate forum, ay may 60% chance sa June, July, August na season po, yung La Nina.
Can you explain to us again ano, na dahil nakaranas tayo ng napakatinding init dahil nga sa El Nino, ngayon bang magkakaroon ng La Nina, will be expecting talagang malalakas na mga pag-ulan?
Dito po, pag La Nina naman, ang usual na nangyayari is above normal yung rainfall.
Okay, lastly, Veronica, I'd like to ask lang, during La Nina ba, yung temperatures natin, do we expect it cooler than normal na kaysa sa as compared to non-La Nina years?
So kung titignan natin yung temperature, dahil posible maging above normal yung rainfall kapag La Nina, so may possibility din na mas maging mababa yung normal temperature natin if ever may if present yung La Nina po sa atin.
Okay.
Alright, maraming salamat sa iyong oras, Pag-asa Weather Forecaster, Veronica Torres.
Salamat po.
Alright, cambio tayo sa ibang balita. Wish mo bang naka-aircon ang buong bansa ngayon dahil sa init ng panahon?
Oo, wish ko yun.
Ito ata yung nakita kong post.
Yes.
Aba, sa BGC feeling presko ang mga naghihintay ng bus doon dahil sa naka-install na higanteng aircon. Parang bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal, Francis Orsio.
Narinig niyo na siguro yung linyang, isarado mo yung pinto, lalabas ang aircon. Pero paano kung literal na nasa labas na yan ngayon? Sa dulong kalye ng First Avenue sa Bonifacio Global City o BGC sa Taguig, agaw pansin ang higanteng aircon na naka-install sa isang waiting shed o bus stop. Sa una, iisipin mong design lang yan. Sino ba naman kasing magkakabit niyan at ang palalamigin ay open area? Pero hindi lang yan for aesthetic. Dahil nagbubugayan ng refreshing cool air para sa mga nakaupo sa waiting shed at naghihintay ng masasakyan. Ang commuter nga na si Alex, dito na tumambay habang hinihintay ang bus.
Relaxing siya kasi during this time, alam naman natin na yung climate is sobrang init. So helpful siya sa mga commuters like me. While sitting here, makakapag-relax ka kasi may aircon.
Paano naman nangyari na nagkaroon ng higanting aircon dyan? Nito lang nakaraang linggo nang i-install yan ng air conditioner brand na Carrier sa bus stop bilang bahagi ng kanilang marketing stand. Pero ang malamig na hangin, hindi sa mismong malaking aircon vent lumalabas, kundi sa mga maliliit na butas na nasa ilalim ng bubungan ng waiting shed. Sinlamig din ng aircon ang hangin dahil may refrigerant na ginagamit tulad ng nasa totoong air condition unit. Solar energy naman ang primary source ng kuryente dito at ma-e-enjoy ang malamig na hangin from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Nandito tayo sa mismong waiting shed na may higanteng aircon and in all fairness, malamig ang hangin. Saktong-sakto sa mainit at maalinsakang panahon ngayon. Ang commuter din na si Flor, preskong-presko ang feeling.
Tanghaling tapat, sobrang init talaga. So at least mas napipreskohan tayo in a way na habang naghihintay ng bus, hindi ako yung hapong-hapo or init na init.
Sa karaniwang heat index ngayon na hindi bumababa sa 40 degrees Celsius, talaga nga namang ginhawa ang hatid ng lamig ng aircon. Pero sabi ng Pag-asa, marami pang ibang paraan to beat the heat.
Uminom tayo palagi ng tubig. Bukod doon, para ma-cool down yung katawan natin, pwede tayo mag-dump ng mga basahin natin yung ating mga towels, i-dump natin sa atin.
Kung di ka naman makakapunta ng BGC para ma-experience ang dambuhalang aircon, marami pang paraan para maibsan ang init. Tulad nga ng sabi nila, drink your water, pips. Mobile journalist Francis Orsio po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Malaking tulong yan.
Drink your water, ano sabi niya?
Ha? Peeps. Pag-isip mo ka na.
Hindi, kala ko drink your water tips, nag-ano tayo.
ako
Pero
din.
magandang idea yung ginawa ng campaign na yan. I mean, some LGUs could take a look at that idea in the future. Diba? Pag maulan, magkaroon ng air conditioning unit. Solar-powered pa.
Oo.
Diba? Solar-powered pa siya. Tapos pag tag-ulan naman, di may heater.
Kanya-kanya talagang yan. Marketing strategy dyan.
Galing.
Yan actually. But alright, coming up, the number of out-of-school youth in the country jumps to over 10 million.
And volunteers led by Atin Ito Coalition are now on their way to Panatag Shoal to provide assistance to fisher folk.
We are just getting started. More of our top 10 news when Brunch returns. Keep it here on One News. Good morning! You are still watching Brunch here on One News. Happy Wednesday. Tama ba?
Yes.
Wednesday na, no?
Wednesday hump day.
Oo, ang bilis ng panahon.
Oo, at kasama natin today si Second Mile Coffee with our vanilla eclairs or vanilla cream puff.
Yes.
And of course, yung Brazilian.
Good morning ka sa mga...
Brazilian brewed coffee and of course, good
Of
morning.
course.
Good morning kay Gary Field. Tapos hindi ko mabasa, laban ng mata, sorry ha. Laika Pontalba, Vladimir Ponce de Leon. Ayan.
Dati pinagtatawanan lang natin yung mga
Ganon.
matatanda sa tabi natin na paano magbasa sila, yung mga nilalayuan, tinataas yung ano.
Oh,
Ngayon,
O may pahabol na
ikaw,
ba
ganun ka na rin.
greeting? Sila Lane.
Ikaw lang daw kasama.
Wait lang, sila Lane Rebuta daw. Ayan.
Sino yun?
Ito daw, hello. Hello daw. Hello.
Sino yun?
Present. Alright.
Oo, si Doc Joseph
Doc
nanonood din
Joseph,
sa
good morning,
atin.
Doc Joseph.
Alright, let's continue with our countdown. Going straight to our 7th spot, the Senate Committee on Public Services tackles issues in Philippine airports. Among the issues discussed were broken escalators and unserviceable elevators in the NAIA. For local airports like the ones in Laguindingan and Iloilo City, seats are not enough to accommodate all passengers. Though they have been given funds, Iloilo Mayor Jerry Treñas says they still need a memorandum of agreement with the DOTR and CAAP.
there are interested parties for this airport. If government cannot spend for this, we can go PPP. It's a mode allowed under the law.
I don't know what's taking so long for this to be decided because it feels like obviously the government can't handle all of this. So what is hindering us from granting these PPP projects to a capable conglomerate that can deliver?
Oo. Totoo yun. Kasi 'di ba parang kitang-kita na natin it's been what, decades? Yan ang problema natin. Not just yung ating international airport but also the domestic
Diba,
ones.
sign of development nga in mostly every city is number one, railway. Diba?
Yes.
Number two, may airport ka ba? Diba? So,
Yan yung gateway mo
yeah, so
kasi to your
trade
country.
to and from the city kasi is either through the rail, train, to airplane, through the airplane or through boat. Kung wala ka ma-access sa tubig, may yung air or rail yan. Important yan. Very important to progress.
Oh, especially ngayon na mainit, may mga aircon talaga na mga nag-breakdown, 'di ba? Nasira yung air conditioning unit sa mga paliparan.
We're talking about the airport now.
The airports
Okay.
now. 'Di ba? Kasi yun yung pinag-uusapan nila sa
Oo.
Senate hearing. And until now, syempre, yung mga tao nag-expect sila na may mga agarang aksyon. So other people would ask, akala ko ba yung yung sa NAIA, akala ko ba kukunin na yan, 'di ba, public private partnership na yan. Kailan ba magsa-start yan? I was checking, it's on September 2024 pa. Yung after nung makapag-sign sila ng concession, September 2024 may papasa yan dun sa kanilang sa San Miguel and yung isa pang
this is
partner
NAIA.
sa NAIA. Oo. Tapos yun nga, ito yung sa sinasabi naman
Sa Iloilo.
sa Iloilo din. Yun ang proposal nga ni Senator Grace po.
Tsaka sabi kasi ni Mayor Treñas, parang bakit nahihirapan to grant a PPP, public-private partnership to that for the airport sa Iloilo
Yes.
City. Kung capable naman ang isang conglomerate to provide parang pagandahin ang airport. Oo.
Tingnan natin. Kasi hindi kasi kaya ako nababanggit din yun na iya dahil nabanggit din niya ni Senator Mig Zubiri during the hearing.
Yes,
that
yes.
when he left daw
Correct.
for saan ba yung country na sinabi niya? Sira na yung elevator. Pagbalik niya after certain
Unserviceable
days, ganun pa
elevator.
rin. So, walang nangyayari.
Hindi nakakatakot ang isang elevator na hindi maayos.
Elevator.
Oo,
Totoo.
kasi that brings you up flights of floors. Diba? May kable, kung maputol yung kable o ano. Anyway, I watched too
Ano
much.
Final Destination?
I watched too much movies. Pasensya na po.
Pero you were stuck in an elevator before.
Yes, I was sa may Ortigas area. I was stuck in an elevator.
Diba?
For about an hour.
Tas birthday mo pa.
Birthday ko pa. Oo,
You're so
exciting.
blessed.
Anyway, let's move on. Stopping at the sixth spot is the Land Transportation Office, or LTO. The agency vowed to eliminate the backlogs on license plates and driver's license cards by July. LTO Chief Vigor Mendoza said there is no reason for a shortage of driver's license after they bidded out almost 10 million license cards for this year. LTO also issued over 100 show-cause orders to vehicle dealers that failed to release license plates to motorists within the prescribed period. Mendoza warned vehicle dealers that their operations might be shut down if they violate the prescribed time frame for delivering license plates. Ay, matagal na itong issue na to sa LTO. Oo. Hanggang ngayon, there are some people pa na yung nag-expire ng November at December, itong May pa lang ang schedule for releasing ng cards nila.
Ang daming backlogs talaga.
Kasama ako doon.
Kasama ka?
Naka-backlog ang card. Nag-check ka kasi ako sa scheduling. So, around this time na. November ako eh. So, dapat November last year nag-renew.
Oo, kasi every birthday,
Pero may
diba?
extension yan daw kasi wala pang cards lahat. So, this May, pwede na.
Tignan mo. Alright, what's next? Coming in at top 5, over 10 million young Filipinos are not attending formal school. The Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, reported that 10.7 million children are out of school. That's 25% of the household population aged 5 to 24 years old. The Bangsamoro region has the lowest school attendance percentage at 64.5%, while the Bicol region has the highest percentage at 78.8%. Hindi biro yan 10.7, almost 11 million.
Bicol region, 78.
Yes.
Diba, percent?
Na, hindi pa nila nilagay doon yung
Yeah.
mga factors behind it. Pero,
Well,
'di ba?
that's
Usually
economic factors
economic
yan,
factors 'yan. Walang pang tuition yung mga magulang. Minsan kasama din diyan or madalas kasama rin diyan nabubuntis yung mga babae. 'Di ba kahapon teenage pregnancy pinag-usapan natin. So you can also connect that sa story na yan.
We also should take a look now in the advent of all these news reports coming in about yung giving out spots sa universities to foreign students. Di ba sana
Pwede.
we could reallocate some spots via scholarship to these capable naman children who want to study. Kaso, mostly kasi ang reason sa economic factor.
Yes.
Kung libre naman ang school,
Financial incapability.
kung libre naman ang school, hindi naman nila kaya mag-allowance araw-araw, hindi nila kaya yung transportation fee, hindi nila kaya magbaon. So maybe we could take a look at giving some spots to good schools also, aside from public, na who could accommodate them as scholars.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi pag full scholarship ka, may may allowance ka may clothing, may food, diba? May book allowance ka pa.
Exactly. And then if you take a look at the population, dun sa 25% of the household sinasabi dito, age 5 to 24 years old. Yung age 5 na yan yung mga preschool pa eh.
Yeah.
And I've read something about it before na sinasabi nila na may study sila na marami rin ngayon din sa Philippines ang kumbaga hindi na i-enroll yung mga anak nila at that age, no? Kasi for them, number one, syempre unahin nila pagkain nila.
Yeah.
So sabihin, bata pa naman yan eh. 'Di ba? Hindi pa nila nakikita yung importance nung building the foundation of education at that young age.
Hindi tulad nung unang panahon, nursery, kinder 1, kinder 2, prep, grade 1.
So,
Ngayon, some of them, they jump straight to to grade 1 eh.
Exactly. So that's part of it. That can be another factor kung bakit mataas yung population ng mga out-of-school youth. According sa survey na yon. And then we can also take a look at this El Nino phenomenon kasi there were also reports na may mga batang pinatigil ng magulang sa pag-aaral. Hindi lang hindi kayang hit dahil yung iba na mga farmers yung magulang, tutulungan na lang nila yung magulang nila instead of going to school.
Kasi aging population na rin yung farmers natin.
Yun nga, nabasa ko yun sabi, sige, instead na pumasok, katulungan mo na lang kami kasi yung tanim natin masisira dahil nga sa El Nino, etc. And then what else? Ano pa yung mga iba pang factors that
mostly
contribute? Yung ganun,
mostly
diba?
economic factors. Aside from pregnancy, economic factors, geographical location to the school. Yung mga iba tatawid pa ng river para makapunta sa school.
I remember I did a story about it also, yung mga bata, yung sa elementary, grade school naman tong mga to, na yung iba gusto talaga pumasok. Ang nangyayari, wala silang baon. Libre ang school kasi public school naman sila. Ang problema, pamasahe papunta sa school or kung meron pamasahe, pagpunta dun sa school, wala silang pangkain. Whole day sila nandoon. So might as well, alam mo yun, di na lang ako papasok, dito na lang ako sa bahay kasi sa school, magugutom ako or sa school, makikita ko yung ibang classmates ko may pagkain. Yun, those are some of the reasons.
Kasi hindi naman tuition ang issue. The issue also is yung the other yung needs mo to get to school, to and from school. May uniform, kailangan mo libro, pencil, ballpen.
Kaya that's why we have to take a look at this on a tawag nila broader perspective, holistic approach.
Holistically.
'Di ba? Kasi hindi po pwedeng na react lang tayo ng react doon sa kada problema na lumalabas these days regarding the education system natin. It has to be a holistic approach para ma-address talaga yung problema dito sa educational system. Infrastructure lang ng mga natin dito, eskwelahan, problema din, 'di ba? Yung overcrowding ng mga estudyante sa loob ng classroom. That's one of the factors as well. Dami.
Okay, next na daw.
Next na. Now, coming up, at the fourth spot is Antonio Trillanes IV. The former senator went to the Quezon City prosecutor's office and filed libel and cyber libel cases against pro-Duterte personalities. The list includes former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque and media network SMNI. Trillanes accused Roque and others of circulating fake news about him regarding his role in the West Philippine Sea territorial disputes. He reiterated that he did not sell the Scarborough Shoal to China during the Aquino administration. Trillanes said Roque and other pro-Duterte personalities are spreading this issue again amid the talks about the alleged gentleman's agreement.
Kaya kung nga sila kakasuhan ngayon, sa secret agreement na to, sa kanila ulit binabalik sa akin. Okay, ilang taong ko pinapaliwanag yan, pero enough is enough. Kailangan harapin nila itong kaso na to.
In response, Roque told Trillanes to bring it on. The former presidential spokesperson also reiterated his claims that Trillanes had clandestine meetings with Chinese authorities that led to our loss of the Scarborough Shoal. Mainit-init.
Yeah, kasi if you remember, he was the back channel negotiator.
2012 yun, di ba?
Yeah, during the Pinoy administration. Oo, pero he already explained. Pero he explained na he cannot give exact details.
Yun yung may standoff, di ba?
Yes, kasi because he is, may ano sila confidentiality clauses and agreements with the other parties involved. Pero basta sinabi niya, he is not associated whatsoever with the usapan na pagbebenta daw, supposedly.
Oo. Parang ang role niya kasi doon is to have a talk, diba? Parang makipag-usap lang, discussion. Pero when it comes to yung ang tawag doon, deciding factor, wala siya doon, hindi siya po pwede mag-decide.
Binabalik pa rin niya kasi kay
niya.
President Aquino. For then President Aquino.
Oo. So, sinasabi nga niya dito kasi itong mga other SMNI, apparently, allegedly, itong mga SMNI hosts and other vloggers, pro-Duterte vloggers, yun nga, kinu-quote siya at talagang dinidiin siya na yun daw yung ginawa.
Oo.
Sinabi pa nga dito, dagdag ko lang no, nabasa ko, bukod dun sa sinabi ni former spokesperson Harry Roque na bring it on, sinabi din niya, via Viber message, sabi niya, he who cannot fight in the free marketplace of ideas resort to the filing of libel cases. By filing these cases, he has proven himself to be an enemy of freedom of expression. Yan ang sinabi ni former spokesperson Harry Roque regarding sa pag-file ni former Senator Trillanes ng libel cases against him.
Sila na nag-filean with each other.
Oo, uso daw ngayon.
Uso ngayon. Libel, cyber libel.
Oo. Alright.
Hey! Ay, ako pala.
Ikaw yan, gising! Ano ba?
Hindi, namangha lang ako sa energy mo today. Don't go away because we're not done yet. May tatlo pa tayo. Please stay with us.
welcome back.
Welcome back. You're still watching Brunch here on One News. Good morning sa lahat ng viewers natin. And Gary Field, buti na lang nahanap ko ng cellphone mo. At
nag-explain siya.
Pabati siya daw siya nakanood ng Brunch ng 2 araw. Malungkot siya. Alright, let's move on. Now entering our top 3 are the recently deported Chinese nationals. 166 Chinese nationals were sent back to their home country after they were caught in a raid in Bamban, Tarlac. The Bureau of Immigration, or BI, said the Chinese nationals boarded a Philippine Airlines flight to Shanghai yesterday. They said that one Chinese national was left here because of her pending estafa case in the country. They are also included in BI's blacklist. Meanwhile, the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, or PAOK, raided a hospital in Pasay that allegedly catered to POGO employees. Authorities discovered the hospital was operating without a proper license. Their foreign doctors and nurses of the hospital were also practicing their profession without proper permits. PAOK urged the Justice Department to file charges against foreign medical practitioners.
Now, to tell us more about this, we have Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, or PAOK, Undersecretary Gilberto Cruz.
Good morning, Yusek.
Yeah, good morning to all the listeners and viewers of this show. Good morning to everyone.
Yes, Yusek, first of all, how did we discover about this yung supposed hospital na mga POGOs?
Initially, we received this information regarding a doctor who performs medical operations to POGO operators and POGO staff. So immediately we dispatched intel operatives to verify the veracity of that information.
Okay, and Yusek, do we know how long they have they been operating? And if so, kung medyo matagal na sila, bakit hindi sila nahuhuli?
Well, that is part of our investigation, ongoing investigation as to how long have they this mini hospital is operating, and but the initial action that we took is to close this hospital that is catering to POGO workers, and they practically are working and operating without a proper license from the Department of Health.
Okay.
I just want to clarify that kailan po natin, may nalaman po ba tayo kung kailan to nag-operate? Kailan pa?
Yes, part po ng investigation yan na ginagawa namin.
Wala pa rin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pero, Yusek, yung doktor po na nabanggit niyo po kanina, isang medical practitioner, ano po ang nationality nito at nasaan po siya as of now?
Well, yung 3 doctors po is actually, yung isa po doon is 1 Chinese and 2 are Vietnamese national. And then aside from those 3, we also arrested 1 Vietnamese nurse and 1 Chinese pharmacist.
And nasaan po sila ngayon ulit, Yusek? And kamusta po yung interview niyo po sa kanila, investigation?
Well, the initial interview, nalaman namin na they do dumating sila rito as tourists, and when we asked them about their permits to operate as doctors and nurses and pharmacists, wala po silang mapakitang mga dokumento.
Yes, Yusek, I'd like to ask about illegal POGO operations and may mga illegal POGO employees. Do we see an increase sa mga ito?
I cannot estimate kung dumami sila o kumonte, but as of today, we are monitoring around 402 POGO hubs na nag-ooperate dito sa buong Pilipinas.
Nung na-raid nyo po itong sinasabing allegedly na ospital para sa mga POGO related individuals, can you tell us more about it? Ano pong itsura nito? How many medical equipment did we see there? Hospital beds, etc.?
Well, nung pinuntahan po namin sila nung May 13, there are about siguro mga 12 na hospital beds. And then meron din po kami nakitang dialysis machine. Meron silang laboratory equipment for different kind of chemical analysis or blood analysis. They have ECG apparatus. They can also perform and treat yung mga minor surgeries. They can perform minor surgeries. Meron din sila rin mga pang-head transplants and pharmacy. Meron silang pharmacy doon na nagbebenta rin sila ng mga gamot.
Wow. Yung pong nabasa ko po na meron po daw silang backdoor exit. Can you tell us more about it?
Yung back door na yon nasa second floor yon. And we don't know kung talagang ginagamit nila yon as exit nila o escape route nila para kung magkaroon ng raid, doon sila magtatakbuhan.
Where does it lead to pag
but
umexit sila?
there is really a back door and an emergency exit.
Right, but where does it lead to po? Have you checked it po?
Yeah, palabas po.
Palabas
doon
lang
sa
siya.
hospital. Yeah.
All right, we would also like to take this opportunity to ask you na rin po regarding dun po sa mga na-deport na mga na-deport po natin recently sa China. Ano po bang parusa sa kanila? Deportation lamang po ba?
No, actually yung more or less 1,000 na pinadeport namin, sila po yung mga nasa Pogo hubs na hinuli namin previously, karamihan puro nakakulong pa, no? And those who were released according to our counterparts in China, ang sabi nila, yung mga na-release po are yung mga namatay, those who were found to be positive with HIV, or yung mga meron pong malubhang sakit. But the rest po ng pinadeport namin ay nakakulong po kasi they really don't consider yung mga Pogo workers as victims, but rather they consider them as perpetrators of criminals or the one who operate the Pogo hubs.
Can you also educate us, Yusek, dun sa mga iba pong mga na-raid nyo po ninyo at may mga na-rescue po na iba't ibang nationalities na victims po regarding this sa Pogo, saan po sila dinadala? What were the processes for this?
Well, pag nagkakaroon po tayo ng raid ng isang Pogo, we expect about 600 to 1,000 plus na mga Pogo workers inside. And pag inaresto po natin yan, we only, siguro hinihiwalay lang po natin yung mga Filipino workers, especially those who are not really involved in the Pogo operation but rather work here as maintenance, security, or kaya sa kitchen. So immediately on the first day or second day, we immediately remove those Filipino workers that are not really involved in the Pogo operation. And ang may iwan na lang po dito are the foreign nationals na nagwo-work as Pogo workers or scam workers. And then dinadala po natin yan dito sa Pasay kasi hindi po kayang i-accommodate ng Bureau of Immigration ang ganong karaming mga huli ng foreign national. So what we did is we convert one building na nakumpiska po natin na dating mga Pogo hubs at kinonvert po natin ito na parang detention center for or initial shelter for dito sa mga Pogo or scam workers.
Alright, for clarification lang ulit po, Yusek, ilan na po for this year yung mga nahuli po natin na Pogo-related crimes?
Sa ngayon, for this year, nakakadalawa o tatlong Pogo hub pa lang kami nakukuha. But last year was marami po.
Okay. Yung this year po, saan po yun specifically na area?
For this year, of course, ito pong sa Banban, and then we have one in Pasay. Opo, yes.
Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Thank you for joining us
thank you
for
po.
today. That was the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission under Secretary Gilberto Cruz.
Thank you.
Alright, i-continue na natin yan usapan
Tuloy-tuloy
na.
lang.
Speaking of Banban, some residents of Banban Tarlac come to the defense of Mayor Alice Guo amid issues on her background. Here's the report.
Some residents of Barangay Virgen de los Remedios in Bamban, Tarlac believe that their mayor is a real Filipino. This comes amid doubts on the background of Mayor Alice Guo.
Ang mayora po namin, tunay na Pilipino. Dito po siya nakatira sa BDR. Mayroon po siyang farm doon. Doon na po siya lumaki.
Nagkikipaglaro sa kapitbahay, yung anak ng kapitbahay namin doon. Doon sa bukid nila doon.
Some of them defended Guo against the controversies being thrown at her.
Sobrang bait niya. Wala naman po kaming nakitang pangit sa kanya. Puro maganda, sir. Kaya napapayak po kami. Kaya kung pwede lang po pumunta doon sa Manila para kukunin namin para tulungan namin siya.
The COMELEC has submitted to Senate a copy of her certificate of candidacy back in 2022. This is part of the investigation into Guo's alleged link to Pogos. Senator Risa Ontiveros earlier pointed out that Guo only became a registered voter in 2021, a year before the election. The lawmaker also questioned why Guo's birth registration was 17 years late. The COMELEC says no one questioned the mayor's COC 2 years ago.
Sa certificate of candidacy, may declaration doon, I am a citizen of the Philippines. Kung mapapatunayan na hindi naman pala talaga siya Filipino citizen, ay siya po ay pwedeng maging liable o makasuhan ng perjury. Pero again, hindi po nire-require ng ating batas na magsasubmit ng dagdag na dokumento para lang patunayan na ikaw ay of age, wala pong birth certificate requirement, para lang patunayan na ikaw ay Filipino citizen.
In one of her campaign speeches, Mayor Guo introduced herself as Filipino-Chinese.
Ang nanay ko po ay Filipina. Ang tatay ko po ay isang Chinese. Ako po ay isang Filipino citizen. At may pusong Bamban.
The Bureau of Immigration, for its part, says they are ready to submit Guo's travel records. In a text message, the mayor says she doesn't want to provide further statement as advised by her lawyer.
Di ba, when they're looking into her PSA, kasi late registration nga, di ba? So, ang gusto nila tignan niya yung civil registrar. Kasi usually, pag mayroon kang PSA, may naka-attach sa civil register copies mo ng, kahit late registration ka, yung birth certificate ng parents mo. Kasi doon nakalagay sa birth naman niya, kahit late registration, sino yung mommy at daddy niya, di ba? Father and mother. Tapos usually daw, ang process is may naka-attach birth ng mother and father. So doon makikita yung lineage ni Mayor Guo kung ano nga citizenship ng father at mother niya. If they check the registrar's office, yung mga documents niya.
Ayun. Pero yun nga, sinasabi din ng mga ibang resident na, o residente dyan, no? Particularly merong na-interview na barangay official somewhere in Barangay Virgen de los Remedios. Sabi niya, nakita daw nga niya itong si Mayor Guo at that time, noong 2005. And in 2006, he was able to talk to her pa regarding issue ng property. Ayun ang sinasabi nila na, kumbaga parang witness siya na nandoon talaga noon pa, supposedly, itong si Mayor Guo.
Kasi nagiging issue lang kasi yung the Pogo was yung naka-raided property niya, 'di ba? Supposedly alleged property niya. Tapos in circumstances na she's of Chinese descent plus late registration, nag-register ka as a voter 2021. So prior to that never ka bumoto. Supposedly, 'di ba? Never ka bumoto and yet tatakbo ka the year after.
Exactly.
So, ang daming tapos hindi niya maalala sino nagpanganak sa kanya. Yeah, ang daming...
Tsaka yung sa ano niya, kaya nagiging meme din yung sa educational background niya.
Yes. homeschooled all throughout, pero hindi niya alam yung
Yung institution na accredited.
accredited institution. Because ang homeschool, hindi mo pwedeng homeschool lang kasi yung may student number ka niyan So you can go into college if you have that accredited provider na sasabihin nila, kinompleto niya yung required number of grade or units.
Mga requirements.
Para makatapos ng all the way up to senior high school.
Kaya nagkakaroon ng parang loophole. Kumbaga. Tapos dun sa na-raid na Pogo Hub, dun sa Bamban Tarlac, aside dun sa may pangalan siya dun, di ba, yung property.
Yes.
Nakita din daw may electricity bill na under her name. Tapos merong kotse na nandoon din na under her name. In her defense, sabi niya yung electricity bill, sabi niya siguro hindi pa napalitan.
Hindi na transfer.
Which is, well, in fairness naman, pwede rin. That's possible. Diba? Dun sa kotse, sabi niya, ganun din. Matagal ko nang binenta yun. Hindi ko alam bakit hindi pa napalitan yung pangalan. That's her defense.
Usually
doon
kasi,
sa issue na yun.
Usually kasi ang daming nangyayari when you sell a car, yung bibili, pag hindi pa naman paso yung rehistro, hindi pa niya change name, it's because siguro natatagalan ng isang tao to go through the process of changing the name. So hihintay na lang niya bago mag-lapse yung rehistro ng kotse, doon na lang niya i-change name. It happens a lot naman. I've seen instances like that. So in all fairness, baka yun na nangyari dito yung kay Mayor. But ang daming circumstances kasi na kailangan tignan nila. Plus yung tensions pa with the West Philippines. Yan nagkataon, she's housing...
Connect na yun
She's housing an illegal pogo, tapos wala siyang background na maipakita.
Allegedly housing
Allegedly, yeah. And then, meron pa tayong magiging issue na may mga supposed sleeper cells in certain other provinces, di ba? Like in Cagayan, they're looking at that.
We just have to be careful nga lang dahil baka sabihin nga xenophobia yung nangyayari.
That's why I said the word supposed.
Yes, I know. I'm not accusing you. Alright, sige, let's continue with our countdown.
Ito na. Our top story for today is, of course, the Atin Ito Coalition. The group is currently on their way to Panatag Shoal for their second civilian mission. Yes, Angel?
That's right. And before this, they slammed a video of Chinese journalists claiming their mission is funded by the U.S. government. Here's the report.
The Philippines plans to stage a conflict near Huangyan Island in the coming days, orchestrated by Atinito, an NGO funded by the American and Philippine governments. Their goal? To film Chinese ships pushing them out.
This is what the Chinese journalists from a group called Media Unlocked claimed in this now viral video. In this supposedly exclusive report, these journalists say that Atinito Coalition is funded by the Philippine and the American government. Their second civilian mission to Panatag Shoal was intended to trigger China.
To provoke a response, either with water cannons or warnings. It's all staged for the cameras, aiming to capture global attention.
Atinito convener Rafaela David called this fake news.
Yan na naman yung ating mga kapitbahay na nagkakalat ng misinformation, disinformation. Ginagaslight tayo doon sa kwento. Klaro naman sa atin kung sino ang nanghaharas, sino ang nagwa-water cannon, sino ang nagmi-militarize ng ating West Philippine Sea. At napakahalaga na tayong mga Pilipino ay hindi tayo magpapadala doon sa mga ganong fake news.
The Philippine Coast Guard also denied the reports that the government is funding the coalition.
Itong initiative na to ng atin ito is actually their own voluntary activity. Plinano nila to on their own. And this is not actually sanctioned by the Coast Guard or the National Task Force West Philippine Sea.
The coalition stressed their mission to Panatag Shoal is legitimate and they only want to distribute food and gasoline to Filipino fishermen there. They also emphasized their peaceful intention with their mission.
Hindi po natin balak makipagpatintero sa mga Chinese vessels at kung sakali man po ay sabihin natin magbago ng onti yung ating itinerary at ang ating ruta, basta po ma-achieve natin yung tatlong mission na yon, success po tayo.
Atinito is currently on their way to Panatag Shoal. With them are 200 volunteers and fishermen boarded in 5 commercial fishing vessels and 100 small boats. The PCG and Philippine Navy also deployed vessels to guard the civilian convoy. Authorities reported that around 37 vessels are currently in Bajo de Masinloc. Reporting for News 5, Elaine Fulhenshaw, We Are One News.
Now, if you look at the
tayo.
statements of this coalition, they're basing their logistics and the way they're going to approach this from the last voyage
Yes.
na nagkaroon ng blockade
Yes.
from the Chinese Navy. So this time around, ang plan nila is to, if they see the blockade, they will distance themselves from that blockade and they will find a way to just distribute the food from a farther point sa mission nila. Diba? Kasi at all cost daw, iiwas sila.
Oo,
Which is
yun ang
good
naman nila. Kasi ang
Oo.
the main goal of this regatta, di ba, yung kanilang
Humanitarian.
mission dyan is humanitarian reason. And of course, to tell people, to assert yung ngayong
Establish natin.
freedom of navigation, and of course, yung kalayaan ng mga mangingisda natin o bilang mga civilian na pumunta doon sa ating teritoryo.
Naglalagay sila ng markers, di ba? To
Yes.
show that this is ours. Mamarkahan nila.
Napanood mo ba yun?
Which one?
Yung sa Chinese
Yeah, oo.
media
Oo.
na sinasabi nga nila na this is going to be stage
We're going to
event
stage a water can.
or yung may malalaglag daw.
We're going to stage a pag-water cannon natin which will be supposedly be caught daw on camera to show the world na kawawa daw tayo. We're staging it daw. We're water cannoning ourselves. So, ay,
meron nga
nako.
kasama dyan, sasama
Ayan yung video.
sa...
Ayan yung video. Di ba?
Merong sasama dyan sa atin ito coalition, yung paglalayag nila dyan. Today, no, kasi kagabi nag-prepare na sila.
Yeah.
Kasama dyan na mangingisda na very excited. Actually, he used to fish 10 years ago doon sa West Philippine Sea. But because of what's happening, etc., parang tinigil na niya yan. No? So ngayon babalik siya doon with all high hopes, di ba?
Yeah.
Na makatulong siya doon sa iba pang mga mangingisda dyan.
Yeah, if
Mabigay yung
I'm not mistaken,
pagkain and other resupply.
100 motor bangkas with fishermen are going to join the convoy. And the boat with the media and other people, ay yung contingent around 150, so around 250 people ang pupunta. Pero ang maganda tignan dyan yung regatta kasi that's 100 motor bangkas together. Di ba? It's nice to see something like that. Yung mga Pinoy are in unison to fight for our rights natin.
Yes. At sana lang talaga walang mangyaring masama.
Of course naman, that's all.
Maging
Yeah,
successful yung mission nila. And this will clearly state lang talaga na yung freedom of navigation
At
and
saka ayaw
kalayaan
natin-
na maglayag ng mga civilian doon.
Ayaw natin ng gulo, the mere fact that we're sending our fishermen there. It just goes to show that we just want to access to what's ours, di ba? Simple lang naman. Yung mga ibang fishermen na kinikwento mo, hindi na nakakapagpangisda doon eh. Pero 10 years ago, pwede pa naman. Oo.
Okay.
Ayun.
We
By
can
the
only
way,
pray for the success
yeah, we
mission
pray for
today.
them. Okay.
Doon yung kasama natin, si Gretchen Ho. Hopefully, we can talk to her siguro tomorrow na kasi wala tayong oras ngayon.
Yeah, oo. Tsaka yung signal ata nila medyo mahirap.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, we'd like to thank Second Mile Coffee pala.
Of course. Thank you so much.
For giving us eclair or cream puff, and then of course yung coffee. And all our viewers, thank you for joining us today. And I'd like to leave you with a quote on bravery, since we have this brave ating ito coalition. Now, the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Taray. Anonymous ang nakalagay dito. So, I'd like to give props to whoever wrote that.
Okay.
All right, and that wraps up today's episode of Brunch.
Join us again tomorrow. I'm Angela Lagunzan Castro.
And I'm Angelo Castro III. We are one youth.
All sides, all the time.